G'day there, thanks for clicking through. There comes a point in time for many a small business owner where they come to the realization that they don't particularly enjoy being in sales. They actually want to get back to doing what it is that they invoice, or they want to be able to go back up into the blue sky space. And what they also realize is that the ongoing growth of their business in terms of revenues has kind of hit a ceiling. There's a capacity or a bandwidth issue for them, right? There's only so many more hours that they have available that they can devote to selling. And so as a consequence, they start to turn to the idea of bringing a salesperson on board. However, at exactly the same time, the number one concern, in my experience, that most small business experience with that idea is the thought of, what if I get it wrong? What if I stuff it up, right? And that is the reason that Justified Talent exists. We solve that problem. I'm James Michael. I'm the founder and CEO of Justified Talent. And in January of 2018, I kicked this business off, having never ever been in agency recruitment before. I had been head of talent and leadership for the Ray White Group. I'd also been the director of people and culture for Living Social. And inside both those businesses, we had created internal recruitment functions. And many, many years ago, I had been a general manager in the global recruitment giant Adecco. However, I had never been an agency recruiter. But in January 2018, I kicked off the business and did so with the intent of two key things. Number one, helping small business owners to realize their goals and ambitions as a consequence of helping them find their first sales professional who would help them move from startup to scale up. Yeah. The other piece that I wanted to bring to bear was that I wanted to kind of turn the recruitment sector on its ear to some degree by bringing to bear something that hadn't really been relied on up until this point in time, and that is something called data. The recruitment process, as you and I know it, is now proven to be fundamentally flawed. You know, that traditional methodology where we call for a cover letter, a resume, we conduct an interview, maybe we do a personality assessment, and then do reference checking, has been revealed by Harvard to be predictively unreliable. And so, you know, there is a need for, or there was a need for, a new approach, and Justified Talent has certainly been at the very forefront of doing that. This is an opportunity for you now to be able to grab a hold of the success story that has been Justified Talent so far and to replicate that in whichever city you find yourself in today. Okay, I'm wanting to grow this business now, and I want to be able to touch as many Australian small businesses as possible with our very, very highly regarded service, and ensure that their chances of attracting and then securing good quality sales talent into their business is realized. It's a journey that I will share with you in terms of all of the various growth mechanisms that I've deployed over the last 2 years. This is actually one of 8 businesses that I've run. And, you know, since January of 2019, we've reached a critical mass with our business where we don't even do any outbound sales calls anymore. All of our inquiry is either inbound inquiry or referrals. So I'm going to walk through with you how to go about doing all of that, et cetera, in order for you to then build a business locally. For the first 12 months, it's my intention, and you know, you'll be coming on board as what we'll call a regional director. You will have equity in the business, and you know, once we get to a certain point in this conversation, I'll talk to you more about what that actually involves. I'm not going to be asking you to stump up money up front. We're going to be talking sweat equity here. But for the first 12 months, I'm going to ask you essentially to, in a way, kind of replicate me by building your own local practice, as it were. And then as we hit 2022, either the beginning or midway, depending on how things travel, I'm then going to want us to license the business around the country. And so you will then become the master licensee for your state as well. And we will then truly grow this business to, you know, its fullest potential. I'm not looking for career recruiters. I'm not looking for career HR people. What I am looking for is seasoned sales professionals who ideally will have hired, fired, performance managed, coached, workshopped, counseled, you name it, who've been on the ground with sales teams and know what a good quality salesperson walks, talks, and breathes like. Because I want you to be able to speak with confidence to your small business clients in your city and convey in them or to them that confidence that you know what you're doing, even though our methodology is very, very, very dependent on data rather than subjective opinion. So I'm looking for somebody who's seasoned, who's got battle scars, who's probably got similar color hair to me, who is ready to step out of that corporate career and get into their own business and drive that in, again, whatever city you're in right now. Somebody who wants to have, as they say, skin in the game, and somebody who wants to build a business, not just generate a good, healthy income. This will generate a good, healthy income, but you'll also be building something which is realizable and that has got real value to it. Okay, so hopefully that's given you some inspiration to perhaps explore a little bit further. I am going to ask you to go through exactly the same process that all of our candidates go through. I want you to experience what it is that our candidates experience. And then you'll also be able to take a look at it from another angle and understand why it is that our clients appreciate the methodology that we've developed. And of course, it's also going to help me understand whether or not you really are suited for this role. So as much as that might sound a little bit confronting, roll with that. Yeah, enjoy the process, soak it up for what it is. And I hope to see you on the other side of that. Thanks very much for taking the time to listen to me and watch this. I really do look forward to meeting with you and having some great conversations about what your and our future could look like. Cheers for now.